An Odessa woman accused of forcing an 8-year-old girl to jump on a trampoline in more than triple-digit heat until she died is now out of jail. Turning now to track crime. Last week, a woman died after her home caught fire. Now, the sheriff's office says they've arrested a woman who they say lit that fire intentionally. While I've got you on air, couldn't miss this opportunity. I did want to see if you could play something a little bit for us just to give people a little preview of what they might be able to expect if they want to come to the concert.
I would love to. As it happens, I have a trumpet right here.
What a coincidence.
That's amazing.
Wow. Well, that was great. Well, bravo. I gotta say, everyone in the newsroom is loving this. I can hear everyone clapping even in the studio behind me. And try something that's a little bit sweet and lets you enjoy your life a little bit more, because honestly, 1 donut or maybe 3 donuts or 4 donuts is not the end of the world.
Right, and it seems like a silly day, you know.
Last night we got a ton of rain. As a matter of fact, it almost turned my car into a submarine. Is this going to be happening later on this afternoon? Now, in total, 38% of West Texans have gotten 1 dose of their vaccine, and 31% have gotten both doses. Now, if you want to see vaccination rates all across your county, we've made it very easy for you. All you have to do is go to our website, cbs7.com, or our app, and then click on the vaccine tracker. First, can you give us a snapshot of what alcohol and drug abuse looks like in West Texas for young people? How big of a problem is this right now? We're going to begin with a story that's all new this afternoon at 4. Migrant children are sleeping on the floors of CPS offices waiting for a foster home. 186 of them, to be exact. That's all according to the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. And we have another update from the border. The Defense Department says it is canceling all contracts for wall construction on the U.S.-Mexico border. Many people feel powerless when they have these addiction issues. So what would you want to say to someone directly right now who's listening to this, who maybe feels powerless in their own situation with addiction?
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us at 4.
We're going to start this afternoon updating you on a story that you saw first here on CBS 7. 2.5 months after being shot twice during a burglary, one Odessa man is still struggling to recover, both physically and financially. Frankie Lujan was one of the 2 people who was shot in the early hours of February 24th. Lujan was shot in the stomach and leg. That leg injury has caused lingering nerve damage, and Lujan still requires a walker and attends physical therapy, meaning he hasn't been able to return to work at his barbershop, putting his future in jeopardy. He's holding a fundraiser this weekend at his barbershop, King Cuts in Odessa, to help raise funds to cover his medical costs. Now, to this point, he has applied for but not received any financial aid from local or state victim funds. And speaking of vaccines, we've got updated vaccination rates across the Permian Basin. Now, looking at these numbers, we've seen that the numbers have plateaued after a couple of weeks here. Now, let's take a look at how they break down through each of the counties. Now, we start in Ector County, where you can see 38% of people have gotten their first dose of the vaccine, and 32% are fully vaccinated. Now, just slightly higher numbers in Midland County, with 40% being halfway through the vaccine process, and 33% have gotten both doses. Andrews County continues to tick upwards, where 44% of people have gotten their first shot, and 38% of people are fully vaccinated. However, there are some lower numbers in Howard County, with 26% of people halfway through the process, and only 22% who have gotten both shots. Now, let's take a look at the Permian Basin as a whole. You can see 40% of people have gotten their first dose, and 33% of people are fully vaccinated. Now, if you'd like to see vaccination rates in your county, that information is easy to find. It's right at your fingertips. All you have to do is go to cbs7.com or download the CBS 7 News app and click on the vaccine tracker. It's now time to talk weather. It was a nice, beautiful, sunny day, but I hope you guys got to enjoy it, because it's not going to last for much longer. And the Tiger King star Carol Baskin is offering a reward for finding a tiger that went missing in Houston. I'm sure you've all seen this video of a tiger rolling around in Houston. An attorney for the man last seen with this animal says it's a 9-month-old male Bengal tiger named India. Officials don't think he's roaming the streets, but they do want to figure out who is with him. Baskin is the founder and CEO of the Big Cat Rescue. She posted this video on Instagram. That tiger was last spotted in front of a Houston home on Sunday. Victor Hugo Cuevas allegedly put the cat into an SUV and then drove away. An attorney for Cuevas says India does not belong to his client. And speaking of the Capitol riots, a U.S. Marine is the first active duty officer to be charged in the January 6th incident. Major Christopher Warnegaris is accused of assaulting multiple police officers both inside and outside the Capitol. He was arrested in Virginia and charged with multiple crimes, including obstruction of justice. He made an initial appearance in federal court on Thursday. So far, he has not entered a plea and is not being detained. And also on the riots, a federal judge has ordered a man accused of breaking into the Capitol during the January insurrection to be arrested. That decision came after he was shown that Patrick Montgomery shot a mountain lion and a bobcat on a recent hunting trip. Now, Montgomery was convicted of robbery back in 1996, and prosecutors say that as a convicted felon, he is not allowed to have guns. The judge said the jailing is mandatory, and he ordered him to report to jail on Monday.